Hello, hello, hello. Hey everyone, it is Monday, 20th of June, 2022. I've been quite busy this morning. I've actually had 3 phone calls, one with Mark, one with an old client, and one with someone else to talk about something I said I'd help them out with. Can't go into too many details about that one yet. And recorded a couple of quick videos. They're pretty relatively quick ones. I just wanted to get them out of the bag. For those of you that know me, or won't, if I don't get a couple of videos recorded a day, it bothers me, because then I start to build up a backlog. But so far at the moment, I think I'm almost on target with my backlog, which doesn't always happen. But that's nice, that's cool. Right, let me just, I've just realised I've just messed up my window. How do I fix this? Hopefully the audio's coming through okay, by the way. If not, please do let me know. Doc. Get rid of that. Audio mixer. I've done something to my audio mixer. I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Cool. Right. Hey, my graphic design. Hey, John. How you all doing? Please do let me know, though, if the sound isn't coming through okay, all right? Because I just went and clicked something, and I'm like, oh, my God, have I just wrecked what I'm doing? What are you guys up to? What are you working on today on this fantastic Monday? Hey, it's a lovely Monday. The sun is out. The weather feels good. I'm feeling okay. Audio is fine. Thank you for that. I've just got to, by the way, you will notice the screen is a bit funny, but I've just got to adjust the sizing for this a little bit, like something like that. There we go. We've sorted out the chat thing. Whoa, you're on your wrong account. My graphic. Oh, I wonder whose account that is now. Whose account was mygraphic.design? Who was that? Was that Jimmy? No, that's not Jimmy, is it? Who was my graphic design? Was it George? So I'm just messing around on a plugin I've been testing out. Hey, Inderpreet, how are you? No, I think it was, I'm using OBS and I accidentally did something to my audio window. Anyone who uses OBS will understand that OBS is not that great at moving things around in your window. They don't just snap to the sides or stuff like that. So it's a bit of a problem. It was you, Jimmy. I did think, I was like going, oh, is that Jimmy? I did wonder. And when I look at the logo, yeah, it is you. The logo, yes. Nobody. Currently dealing with styling of the choose file that is not a button. So when it comes to styling, okay, right? Hello, I'm down here. The plugin I use is Site Origin CSS. So you've tried that file selector button. So I use Site Origin CSS, right? Let me just clear this. I use Site Origin CSS because I have the... What happens is you click your button, right? And then, well, you go to a website or a page in your website. So I'm going to go to... because I'm playing around with a plugin at the moment. I'm just trying to get a feeling for how much I can do with it. So if I go to this particular product, okay, I don't like how close these two are together. So this participate button, I'm going to click it, okay. And when you click it, you got to wait. You got to wait for a bit. Let me just move my... This is a free plugin, by the way, Site Origin CSS. So when I click it, it gives me the text. So look, if I now start to move over here, I only want that button there. I click that button. I go to layout. I go to, say, the left margin. And I'm... Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Sorry. Wrong one. Let me go to the left margin. I'm now going to move that away by about 8. When I click return, okay, see down here, it's written the CSS code for me. It's given me the CSS code for me. So when I now hit save there, and I go back to my page here that I'm previewing, right? Can you see now it has added in the 8 pixel for me? It's written it for me. It's written it for me. I mean, I'm not cheating. It's just quick and easy if you want to just do it like that. Because I'm just playing around with this lottery plugin for where you can buy tickets for lottery contests and all that. Yeah, a bit early today, Andrew. Just a little bit early. Yeah, by the way, Jimmy, no rush on that, okay? No rush, all right. And by the way, Jimmy, I got a message from Royal Mail saying product, has been received from, so it's all happening, all right. John Ferrer, do I accommodate photo colors and theme branding colors? Let me answer that in a different way. I say to the client, what is your brand? So I say to the client, is that looking a bit too light on screen at the moment where I've got the wording? I think I need to darken it a bit. Just hold on a minute. Let me just darken this a bit. It's looking a bit light. The color key looking a little bit. Let's go with about 80 something like that. Something like that, yeah. So I will say to the client, what is your branding, right? Once we know what the branding is, then I will look at their images. And if I feel like the branding is way off the image color, so if their branding is orange and black and white, and the photos are red or green, I will say we've got to rethink about the colors and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes you do have to have a think about it. Let's clear that away. Hey Pickstar, have you ever added style to the upload media? No, I haven't, nobody. I haven't done that. Hey Mia. Hopefully I'll be live for a while on that, Mia. So don't worry, all right? You take your time. Right, so if your client wants a layout in Figma, right, so let me explore this, right. If your client wants a layout in Figma, okay, in Dupree, you've got to charge for that because the time for you to do a Figma layout is not quick. It takes time. So make sure you add that in. If they want you to do that, fine, then you have to add in some further design time, all right, because you can do it quicker with a scribble or whatever. You got to add it in. Cost it into what you're doing. All right, don't get that wrong. So this is the WooCommerce Lottery plugin, okay? You know the Page Builder Summit, Andrew? I went to it last year, and can I be really honest? I was not blown away by it. I wasn't overly blown away by the content. The Atarim event, last year, this year, I loved the content. This year's Page Summit, I looked at the speakers and I looked at what they were talking about and I was I wasn't blown away. I was going, It's actually happening today, Jimmy. I think it kick-started today. I wasn't massively blown away by it. Now I'm using the WooCommerce Lottery plugin, and this plugin I'm finding has got quite a lot of shortcomings, in my opinion, when it comes to designing. Like, look, there's the countdown. I can't even see it unless I go to preview. That really bugs the life out of me. I'm telling you now, this bugs the life out of me. If I do that, in fact, I don't. So look, I can't even see what it's doing. I have to keep updating and going into the preview. Plugins that, look, it doesn't even work properly. I don't even understand what this spacing bit does. It just doesn't work very well. But I'm just trying to get a feeling for this plugin. How robust is it? What can we do with it? Kind of thing. Yeah. Sorry, let me just write this down. I was surprised at the lack of... Oh, I can't even type. Competition, product competition. I was surprised at the lack of raffle plugins for WordPress. Did you know that? There's not that many. There's a few, but none of them are groundbreaking. Raffle Press. Raffle Press is amazing, but Raffle Press does not allow you to pay to enter a competition. So we're looking at something potentially for a client. Raffle Press does not allow you to pay to enter a competition, which I feel like if Raffle Press introduced that, I'd be using Raffle Press, because Raffle Press is so easy and simple. Yeah, I mean, if so what you got to do, nobody, right, is what you do is you take the contents of the pop-up, you put the contents of a pop-up onto a page, right? Just put the contents onto a test page and then go to that test page. Okay? So put the contents of your pop-up onto a test page, right? Hey Mark, put the contents onto a test page and try out there, and then you then put the CSS code where you need to put it. All right, does that make sense? So as you can see, Mark, I'm just playing around. And just to give you an idea, okay, Mark. I'll do it later now, but it's very fiddly, this. Very, very fiddly. Cool. Because what I don't like about this lottery plugin is when you actually add some of the features to your page, you don't see it. You can't modify it unless you go to preview before you can see it. Right? And like, you can't even modify the size of this. You got to put some CSS into it to modify the size of this, which is so, like, you'd think, why is the style not there? Hey, Artif, hope you're all right. Hey, Artif, it's not even afternoon yet. You're 5 minutes before midday. We're a little bit early today. I just went live because I can. Right, so we are on the lottery countdown. Go to layout, and I'm there. No, that doesn't work. It's really fiddly as to how you're going to, like, mess around with this. That's the countdown. That's the widget. Click on that instead. It's a little bit fiddly working with this plugin, but I want to get a feeling for it. Hey, Mark, how are you? By the way, I'm just playing around with a lottery plugin, WooCommerce Lottery, which is about $30 for the plugin. Mark, don't say that. All right, don't say that. It's going to be more than the pain. I'll tell you that. It's going to be more than the pain. It's just fiddly. It's really just fiddle me dee, fiddle me die. Just fiddly. Hey, Nikos, rainy Stockholm. Oh dear, I picked on the wrong one. Right, so we want to go for countdown period, which is, where is it? You probably can't see what I can see here, but it's a bit fiddly. There we go, countdown period. By the way, ask your questions. I mean, what have you got lined up this week? Clients, messing around, home decorating. The WooCommerce Lottery plugin is really weird. So like right now, I'm messing around with this, right? When you drop it in, it just drops as a grey bar. It's not until you preview it that you see the countdown. And you can't even, the settings to modify it are non-existent really. Right, so to do the background color here, it's none of these. It's not even over here in advanced. It's none of them. You got to literally go into CSS, stick some color in, and it's a bit of a pain in the backside, if you ask me. So look, for me, right, I've got to go in and, you know, it's like, what happens if I do 55 there? 5 should do it. So I'm continuously having to add in lots of CSS codes and stuff just to get it to kind of look how I want it to look. Right? So look, it's like code after code after code after code. And when you have to do stuff like that, I always feel like I just wish the plugin developers and designers had thought a little bit more about styling, because this plugin comes with, look here, can you see over here? You've got the widgets to add on. They haven't even thought about icons for their widgets. What kind of company develops stuff that appears in the Elementor sidebar and they haven't even got icons for their elements? Is that an oversight, or is that just laziness? Mark, so CSS Hero, correct me if I'm wrong, but a year ago you had to pay for CSS Hero. Site Origin CSS, for me, does what I want it to do for free. It's free. I'm not a cheapskate, but it's free, right? I use Site Origin CSS on nearly every website I build. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think this is just lazy, isn't it? This is just so lazy. No icons. Thank God I can read, hey? Thank God I can read. Yes, CSS Hero. Amazing plugin, but you got to pay for it, right? You got to pay for it. So I'm not against paying for it, but I just feel like, you know, meh. That didn't really do what I wanted it to do, did it? It didn't do the drop down. Let's go back over here. So down here, if I make this be 55 pixel, save it. I don't think that did what I wanted it to do. Ah, it did. So the 55 was too much. Let's go back over here and put it to 10. Save that. Literally, I'm like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's a bit of a... So if I go in... So what you do is you hit the eyeball, you go in, right? You go to your... spelt that wrong. Competition. You go to the page you want to modify. So I'm going to an actual product. You click on the feature. You have to wait 5 seconds when you click. Don't click and start messing around. Just click, right? Make sure you highlight the feature you're definitely touching. I got text, decoration, layout. So I'm going to go to the upper margin and I'm going to go with a 10. That's not doing anything. Why is it not doing anything? Countdown amount. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Why is it not doing anything? That's weird. Hey, Catherine. Can be a bit fiddly. Hey, Soom. How you doing? Site origin CSS is just like if I want to very quickly, so if I start messing around with one of the features and I start to pick my options here and here and here and whatever, once you hit the tick, it writes the CSS code for you. Ding, 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 it writes it for you. So you can now stick it elsewhere. Just noticed something here. Do I want that or not? Yeah, so you can save it, your CSS code, and then you can reuse it. No. This is just Elementor. This is just for modifying. So here's the page. I'm using a lottery plugin. Here are some extra widgets. The trouble is, though, when you add it, you can't modify it. So I've got to kind of go into CSS over here. Like, look, I'm doing it again. I've got to go back over here to this page. So I'm using site origin CSS just to help write the CSS because I'm lazy. I'll admit it. I'm lazy when it comes to CSS sometimes. So I'll modify it. It writes it for me. Job done kind of thing. So literally to modify the size of that text, I've got to put in CSS. You shouldn't have to put, I should be able to just do it in the widget. But look, over here, if you go here and you go to typography, it only does it for that bit, right? It doesn't do it for that. So to do that, you got to put in some CSS, which you shouldn't have to do that, right? Shouldn't have to do that. Right, back over here. So the trouble here is this, right? That title that you're seeing there right now is literally just a H3. It's just a H3. So all I got to do now is go into my typography. I'm not liking that. Because now that means if I make that a certain size, every other header free. This is just a test website, though, by the way. So let's just go in, site settings. Let's just do it. Typography, header 3. Let's just make it a, I don't know, let's go for 20. And look, it's now done it. The trouble, though, hey, Codex, hey, Victor, Video Boy. What add-ons do we use for Elementor? I don't use any add-ons for Elementor. Yep, that's a good point, Codex, as well. Yep. Just going to do that for now. Come on, save. But it's just slightly annoying that this particular plugin, WooCommerce Lottery, you do have to kind of mess around with some CSS if you're going to start to get it to look a certain way. By the way, this is not how it looks. I'm just playing around with the plugin, okay? I'm just playing around with the plugin. This is not how this website is going to look. I'm just playing around. Don't look at this right now and go, oh, ugly. Yes, I know it's ugly. I'm just playing around with it, okay? I'm just playing around with it. You know, you got the background color as well, so we'll make that dark color if we want. Full state, we'll go with a red. This ain't going to show anything, by the way, all right? So please don't get your knickers in a twist, all right, with how this looks. Please don't. Question Video Boy said, I don't use Elementor add-ons, mainly because I haven't really needed to. I'm quite happy with Elementor and Elementor Pro. If I was going to use an add-on, my favorite would be QI add-ons. Has anyone seen QI add-ons? It's really cool. QI add-ons Pro is even better, but I like to keep things slim, okay? I like to keep, if your website is not WooCommerce and there's no booking facility, I like to keep the website maximum 8 plugins. Right, 8 plugins. Elementor, Elementor Pro, duplicate page, rank math, all-in-one firewall security. Hang on, I've forgotten where I am now. Duplicate page. Code snippets. Auto-optimize WP fastest cache. There you go. Sometimes asset cleanup, not all the time, but they're my 8. SEMrush. I prefer SEMrush. Ahrefs I find is great for learning. I feel like Ahrefs is a good learning resource, especially their videos and stuff. But I quite like SEMrush. Don't use Moz. Don't use Moz. Can I just put it out there? Can I put it out there right now? You know Neil Patel, who does loads of SEO stuff. You know Neil Patel? Can I just say, I'm a bit fed up of his clickbait videos and his newsletters he always pushes out. Oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. And all he does is rinse and repeat the same video. He doesn't actually tell you anything new. So I'm putting this out there. Neil Patel, great guy, does good stuff. But 90% of the time, he's just rinse and repeating what he's already said before. Give us something new. Andrew, any quick way of making a spinning logo? Ah, right, Andrew. Andrew. Can I show you something, Andrew? Stay there, Andrew. Stay on your seat. I want to show you something, okay? I want to show you something. Stay there, Andrew. Sit back down, Andrew. Don't get up. Stay there. Do not get up. Stay there. Right? Stay there. I mean, let me just go back to your questions. I might get your question now. Now, with a spinning logo, right? I think a spinning logo can look really crap, if I'm being really brutally honest here. Right? I think it can look really, really bad. So I would not recommend it unless your logo is built away. But can I just show you something to get an idea? Go to that website, Epic Spinners, Epic Max. Go have a look at that. I'm glad you feel the same way, Jimmy. Hey, George. Have a search for Neil Patel. His name is actually spelt like this. It's Neil. It's spelt like this. Neil Patel, right? He does some good stuff, but at the same time, he just rinse and repeats the same thing. And you think, put a different spin on it. You know. Yeah, Catherine, 1998. Ah, Brian Dean. Right. I was wondering who you meant, Jack, when you said the backlink guy. Right. I think I know who you mean. Andrew, I've just wet myself because you wouldn't let me go to the loo. Can I just say, I don't think in my life have I achieved, I'm putting this on full screen. In my life, I have not achieved that award to say I made someone wet themselves. I just made someone wet themselves. I probably didn't. Yeah, and the newsletters that Neil puts out, right? He makes it sound like it's something new. And when you look at it, it's the same thing, rinse and repeated. Do you know what I mean? So I just feel like, God, the amount of clickbaits they put out there does my head in. Right, back to the... Oh, sorry, I've got a message. Got a message. It's an accolade, isn't it? So I just paused then to answer a question from someone on Facebook. So this lottery plugin is a little bit... you know, it's just a little bit fiddly is the word I'm going to use. It's just a little bit fiddly. I just wish it was a little bit more versatile in what it does. Because I just feel like there's a lot of oversight in how it's styled, in what you can do. Hey, WP Tasker, how are you? Whoa, where did I go then? Product competitions, like that. What is the name of the lottery plugin? It is WooCommerce Lottery. It's $30 off Code Canyon. Mark, I got a question. Potential new client who wants a Woo store. They could still do that, though. They could still do that. The only trouble they're going to have, though, is stock inventory, right? So the only thing they might have is it a limited amount of stock? If it's a limited amount of stock, they might want to be careful of how they're selling. Obviously fulfillment centers, some form of API there. Yes, my back is fixed, and today, after we finish this live chat, I'm going to jump on there and do some weights, because I've not done any weights since Wednesday. And my arms are deflated. Calm down. Really, your clients don't like using Woo? That's a bit... Yeah, so basically RH Hassan, do a search on our YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, go to the channel and do a search for Page Speed 2022. Page Speed 2022. No, Pixar can't. Pixar, if I try to throw those weights right, yeah, I will. If I try and throw it, it will just bust my arm and I will. Have you searched for it, though? Have you typed Page Speed 2022? Because I know it's there, RH Hassan. So have you typed Page Speed 2022? Ah, George, free plugin. Yeah, go on, George. What's the free plugin? Oh, here we go. George is doing it. Free plugin. And it's called... Let's see what George does. Everybody's waiting. Everyone's waiting. Come on, George, what you got for us? What you got? Do you know what? What George says there is actually a very good point, I must say. They could just have the website open and they just update the levels. They just update the levels. That's what I'd recommend as well. George is now logged off. George is just logged off. George is having his lunch. So we just got to wait now. All right. Right. So no real. Yes, the pulses. I mean, I just think spinning logos are are an old thing now. Yeah, well, don't worry, George. Take your time, George. Take your time. Right. I like Croco Block. I like some of the stuff they got. Do I use it? No. And here's why I don't use it. Because... Hold on. Something's just happened to my website. It's taken me somewhere it shouldn't have done. The reason I don't use it is because I do find you've really got to understand all the settings for it. And I feel like there's a learning curve. And I don't have the freedom yet to sit there and really understand every setting and everything on it. So I think it's good, but I think there's a learning curve. Yeah, and I mean, Andrew, what is the logo, though? You say spinning logo. Is it just a word? Is it a ball? Is it a person? Is it like, what do they used to do in the Western movies, the Old West? The hay ball. Is it a hay ball? What is it? What is it? What is the logo? You don't have to share the logo, but just tell us what it is. Because if it's a word, you don't want to do that. If it's like a spinning ball, I can see why they might want to go for that. You know, is it a washing machine? Is it a tumble dryer? What is spinning? Yeah, good point by Andrew, actually. Is it a page transition or is it literally just sat there in the corner? It's like, imagine that was my logo right now. Imagine as I'm talking to you and you're looking at the content, that is just spinning. It's going to get on your nerves, isn't it? Spinning logos falls into the category of like do you remember the Ali McBeal Dancing Baby? The Ali McBeal Dancing Baby from 98. And all websites had that. Do you remember? It falls into the category of nonsensical, annoying website things. Hold on, Mark, hold on. I reckon right now, okay, there is no plugin. And George is creating a solution, a plugin. He is right now, in the space of minutes, going to create a plugin that will cost you $999 for one license, and you can only run it once. So if your client wants to run it every day, they've got to pay George $999 every day without fail. So if you don't pay every day, that one-time use license per day will expire. So, yeah. I've now forgotten what I was going to do. I was going to do something. What was I going? Ah, yeah, the text. The text. So this plugin has a feature called Lottery Info. But again, you don't have the option to only hide certain aspects of it. So again, you got to kind of go in to CSS and just start to mess around with bits of it. Maybe you want certain bits to be in a bigger bold or something like that. Where to get a mortgage calculator? Right. Have you Googled? Have you Googled for mortgage calculator plugin? Any results? Any results? Should we see what we can find? Should we see what we can find? So let's go with mortgage. I tell you what, though, to get a mortgage calculator to work, right, is it just going to be a static one? Because if it's just going to be one where it kind of works out what you pay per month after you input your interest rate, You could probably use Forminator, or is it going to be a calculator that's linked to other departments because their rates will chop and change every day, right? So yeah, like what Jackus says, like a cost calculator. So I'm just trying to understand though. When you say mortgage calculator, what is it going to be? One where where the user puts in their interest rate, or is it going to be one where it's actually linked somewhere? Here you go. Here's a free one. So mortgage calculator. It was updated 2 months ago. Bloat free, and I've never used it, so I don't know how good it is, but I don't know. There's one for you that's free. You can't put links in. You got to email them to me, but yeah, there you go. I've put a link in there for mortgage calculator. Go in and have a play on that one. Have a play on that. Yeah, have a play on that. I'm just checking some comments that come through. Right, have a play on that. So there's the link, right? Have a play there. Inflation in UK, I can't remember. I actually can't remember. 8%, 9%, 10%, I don't know. 10%. What I would say though, okay, is there's tons and tons of stuff about inflation right now on the news, okay? And when I've gone shop, I've noticed it in food and stuff. I just tailor what I buy then. I just think differently. Okay, I might have gone and bought this time I'll buy that instead. I kind of shift my thinking or something like that. There you go. So George has, there you go. ATUM inventory management for WooCommerce. Flipping heck, George, that's a long name. I hope you spell checked all of that. ATUM inventory management for WooCommerce. I've never heard of that. Never used it. So I'm going to do a quick. Should we stick it on screen and see what we get? Here we go. Ooh, wrong one. Here we go. So ATM, WooCommerce, inventory, and stock. So is this... Is it WP Hive? Or is it that one? Is it a particular one, George, by the way? Is it a particular one, George? Was it by a particular company, George? Because I'm seeing a few here. Was it a particular one? ATUM, Atom, is tuna. I love tuna. But anyway, yeah, if you search for it, there's a fair few there. Let me just boop, pop that back. So here's another cost calculator. Okay, yeah. Nice one, George. So there's another cost calculator we're just adding in there. Oh, yeah, by the way, Pickstar, I know you're here, right? Aha means, aha! That's the solution. Aha means excellent, all right? So don't worry. Aha means yes. It's my way of going, aha! Not aha. It's not aha. Like, ugh. It's not that. It's aha. See you, Mark. Yep, George. George is going to email the exact link. So the link I just posted there, the Style Mix 1 cost calculator that came from Jack, is this one. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? I like that. I like the look of that. It's got a nice look to it, actually. It's got a nice look. Yep. Yep, look, you can see the values. Sorry, you can see it. Sorry, the value there changes as I move the slider. See it? Yep. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all, Jack. Nice find. That's a nice find there. Right, so George has sent it. Yep, so let's just pop this onto the screen. So Stock Management Labs. Oh, hold on, you can't see it. Hold on. There you go. So stockmanagementlabs.com, right? That's what we're looking at right now. Why is it not showing up? That's weird. Oh no, that don't know what happened there. Anyway, it's free. Stock control system, friendly interface. It's quite a nice website, actually. It's quite nice. There's not many times I say shape dividers look nice, but that's a nice one. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Inventory control. There's add-ons, but I don't think you might need the add-ons, so. Do you know what? That is actually really nice. That is actually quite. I gotta be honest, right? That is nice. I don't know about you, but I like that. That is probably one of the nicest animations. I know it's just a video autoplay, but that is one of the nicest animations. I think I could just stare at that all day. Look, let's just stare at it. For shit, that is nice. I don't know about you. I like that. I really like that. Yeah. But there you go. That's a decent, good solution. Nice find, George. Well done. The wait was worth it. It was a really long wait, but, you know, it was worth it. It was worth it. Well done, mate. Well done. Yeah, George. I mean, it is a nice website, that, isn't it? It is really nice. I like it. It's got that like funky, modern, feel-good vibe. It's got the. Do you know what vibe it's got? It's like you're sat on a beach. When you go to that website, even though we're sat in a room, I feel like I'm on a beach with my feet up, and the sea, the ocean is away in the background. The sun. You got your shade. You got your cream, your ice cream, your burger or whatever, bag of chips or something. Everyone is happy. You know, you're on holiday. It has that holiday vibe. That's why George was that explains now where George was. This lottery plugin is a bit. I don't know how to say it. It's just a bit limited on its functionality. Hey, tonight do you know what I'm having tonight? I'm having a burger. I'm having a burger. Do you know what a burger is? Do you know what a burger is? Not a burger, a burger. What do you think a burger is? Yes, Jimmy. Yes. I want to read about it. What is a burger? What is a burger? I'm waiting for you to tell me what a burger is. What is a burger? Jack is on fire. And Pigstar as well. So let me tell you what a burger is. You're both on fire. Go for it, George. And it's not dumb. It's not dumb, okay? It is not dumb. It is not dumb at all. It is not dumb at all. Never say it's dumb, because it ain't. Right, so this is what a burger is. And there's no, it's not two layers. Right, so what it is, let me try and explain it, okay? Rather than having buns, you'll have a burger and a burger. Oh, I can't get my pen. Burger and a burger, right? Inside, you'll have your sauce and your cheese, right? So you got your burger and your burger. Inside is the sauce and cheese. On top, there'll be another layer of cheese. I don't have space for lettuce or tomatoes or cucumbers and shit like that in my burger. No, I don't need that, all right? The cow has eaten enough veg, all right? I don't need to add any more veg on top of it, okay? So it's just burger. So you get your burger at the bottom, cheese, sauce, burger on top, and then cheese on top. And that is my burger. No bread. So I'm literally cutting out the carbs. There will be some carbs in the sauce, but compared to the amount of carbs you get in your bread, no need for the carbs in the bread. Take care, Mark. I hope some of the solutions offered here help you out, mate. Okay, and we'd love to hear back from you on how it went. So, George, I'm waiting for your question. Where's your question? So, you always tell your client, okay. Yes, exact, George, completely. You have to do the promotion. You're right. I love that. Yeah, and then they kind of wonder, why does my free stuff have a sale? They just don't get it, do they? It's like going, unless your paid option offers a whole lot more, people are going to keep taking the free stuff, right? Why will they pay for it? Yes, they did, RT. Yes, they did. And they're now looking after their website. And I know they're making a few changes here and there. But, yeah, their website was launched 2 weeks ago. Exactly, Pigstar. I just can't be doing... You know when I'm crunching into a burger, I want to feel the cheese, the meat, the sauce. I don't want to get lettuce stuck between my teeth. I don't want a cucumber exploding in my mouth. Like, I don't want that. Pepper. I might put a pepper on as well inside. Hey, Cosmin. You're back again, mate. No, that was Rubin, Jack. I think it was Rubin, Jack. He sorted out his overflow issue. I upsell them in SEO and content marketing. So we have like maintenance, content maybe, stuff like that. Social media, separate. SEO, separate. Always separate things out. If you just bung it into one, you've got no maneuvering if they go the price is too high or whatever. If they think the price is too high, hey Melissa, if they think the price is too high, then you go, right, okay, we can do it cheaper, but then we won't do this, and you take it out. A lot of people think that, don't they, George? A lot of them, they just they automatically assume that I got a website, I'm automatically going to be on page one. That's not how it works, is it? Hey, Eddie. So, Soom, you're saying, how do you charge for the upsell? Well, you charge based on your time or what you're going to do for them. So, someone wants social media marketing, Soom. What does that mean? 1 post a week? 1 post a day? How many platforms are you going to go? Have they got a Buffer account, Publer account, Hootsuite? How are we going to do that? Who's doing it? You're doing it. They're doing it. Whose accounts are going from? 1 post a week, 1 post a day, 4 posts a day. How much time is involved? So you got to cost it up. You got to give them. You kind of say to them, if I do 1 post a week, here's the cost. If I do a post a day, here's the cost. 4 posts a day, here's the cost. You work out a package, a discount, whatever. You work it out. Are they going to give you the words? So you have to get the image and then add the word. Or are they going to give you the image and the word? Or are they going to give you nothing and you every day have to come up with content? Advertisers who work in advertising do not do stuff for 50 quid a day. They charge a lot more, right? Because they're coming up with content and ideas, brainstorming. So you've got to factor that all in. You've got to factor that in. What, Eddie? Really? Not sure why. Well, make sure you are joined. I'm not sure why YouTube's saying that. Haha, yeah, Pixar, Melissa. Cucumber exploding in your mouth. We're talking about burgers, right? No bread, burger, cheese and sauce, burger on top, bit of cheese on top as well. That's my burger, no bread. No need for salad, lettuce, cucumbers, blah. Sweet corn. What is the point of sweet corn? I'll tell you what, if you've got a problem going to the loo, sweet corn will go through your system. What is the point of sweet corn? Eddie, I'm surprised though with the join button. I really am. I'm surprised. Click join, and if like £1,000 leaves your account, I'll get it back to you. Don't worry. Ah, yes, George, that's it. Yes, I now know what it is. Yeah, don't hit the join thing unless you want to. Don't hit the join, okay? Ah, but Soom, this is what you do, right? You explain to them, right? Okay, Soom, here's what you do. You say to them, if you pay this amount of money, we will create a Google advert and you will end up on page 1 because you've paid for it. You want to be on page 1? You pay for your advert and you'll be on page 1. You want to do it organically so people find you. Sorry, let me go back a step. Step 1, Google Ads. If you want to get onto page 1 without any effort, fine. Go spend your money. Wash it down the drain. Go for it. Pickstar, answering your question about aligning to the right side. No, haven't tried that bit yet. No, Eddie, that is just a YouTube thing. This channel is not going to cost anyone anything. That is just YouTube being YouTube, right? Ignore that. That's what I'm saying, ignore it. Right, back to the thing about SEO. You want to pay for it without any effort, advert, go for it. The second thing is, what's my train of thought? Lost my train of thought now. SEO. So you want it to work organically, right? Now you got to do your rank math, your keywords on your page. You might have to redo your headlines on your home page. You might need to change some of your content. All of that. There's a cost for that. There is a cost for... Hey, Pickstar, let me go back to the person that helped create that code and let me ask them, okay, Pickstar. Give me a bit of time to go back to them, by the way, okay? All right, let me go back to them. So option 2 is your rank math, right? You do all your keyword. There's a cost for that. Do they want you to connect to Google Search Console? Do they want you to do the Google Analytics or whatever? There's a cost for that, for you to set it up. The settings, the homepage, the keywords, the content. The third thing then is getting word out there. Getting word out there, right? Now, how do you get word out there? The word is social media marketing, right? Social media marketing. So 4 posts a day. Get stuff out there. No, I won't forget Pickstar. Don't worry. Can't forget you. Social media marketing. So you say to them, here's the 3 things you can do, right? Oh, the 4th thing is word of mouth, where people advertise you for free, right? That's not always going to work. So number one, you pay for your Google advert or Facebook sponsored ad. You might get there, you might not, but it's pretty much going to get you onto page one because you pay for the advert. Number two is your rank math. Number three is your social media marketing. And you say to them, if you don't do option 2 and 3, I'm not a fan of Google ads, right? So we can scratch that. But if you don't do your rank math and your keywords and you don't do your social media marketing, you're going to fail. Unless people want to come to your website, unless people want to visit and buy from you, unless you can walk around covered in dog shit and no one cares, they're still going to buy from you, you will fail. You're not going to get the sales. You're not going to get the coverage. You're going to get... Here's the competition and here's you. Hello, let me in. Hello, I want to get in. It won't let you in. And if your client can't understand that, these are the things you do have to explain right at the start. So when a client says they want a website, I say to them, what is your end game? What are you trying to achieve? Right, so here's what you're going to need. Your domain, hosting, website, right? Website might have costs attached for plugins or licenses. SEO, your keywords, social media marketing. I make it clear. And I go, right, you sort out your domain and your hosting. Here's where I recommend you go. You sort that out. We do the website, but do you want the SEO? Do you want advice on your social media marketing? Are you going to do that? How are you going to do it? So you start to tell them at the start. Don't leave it midway or to the end because they will assume that the minute you built the website, they were going to hit page one, and there's no guarantee of that. I use rank math. I love rank math. I was going to just double check the questions, though. Jack is right. Content is king. Andrew, what keyword strategy would you recommend? So here's what you do, Andrew. Okay. You go to Google, search, and you type in what the business is about. So if the business is gardening, you type gardening. What does Google suggest? They are some of the most searched keywords. What is Google suggesting? So you might have gardening, gardeners near me, gardening's near me, or whatever. You start to find what are the keywords that are commonly being searched for, and you try and get them onto the page. Yeah, basically Pickstar's basically saying, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the whole thing about keywords, though, is a little bit neither here and there, I think, these days. I think it's more about your key phrases and what do people search for. So if you are searching for something, do you just type the word or do you type a bit more? So I might type WordPress code snippet, blah, 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 blah. So you got to think about getting the word WordPress code snippet maybe into one of your key phrases, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Look, Pickstar and me on the same page. What would your customer enter? Right? What would your customer enter? So let's say you sold food as a shop. You might put in food bank near me, right? Cheap food near me. I don't know, food supermarket near me. You got to start thinking like that. Absolutely, long tail. Yeah, no, Pickstar is right. Don't go too long, though. Don't go too long. I sometimes have a bit of a mixture. So I'll have some short, quick ones. And some small ones too. Just got to check a message that's been coming through to me. So think about your... But going back to Soom's point, about the SEO and all of that, get it clear at the start, right? So when a client goes, hey, yeah, we want a website, don't just go, yeah, we can do it for you from X. No. Get them to understand Yeah, food banks, though, it's the same kind of thing in the UK, not just for the homeless, but for anyone who has a cost of living crisis or is struggling to put food on the table. Lots of them in the UK. Get your client to understand Eddie, I have used Content AI. I have used it. The only thing it's good at, in my opinion, is telling you a possible question. So it might say right now on Google, this question which relates to your keyword is important. So let's say your keyword is web designers. It might say, have you thought about a question with how can I find a great web designer? That's a question you want to get onto your web page somewhere to fit with your content. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Make sure you explain to your client right at the start, okay, yeah, you want the website, you found out a bit more about them, you think it's good, you think you can work with them, and go, right, we need to make sure you understand certain things. Your domain, have you got that? If not, this is where you need to go. Your hosting, here's what you recommend. Now you know about the size of the business or potentially how many visitors they're going to get. Don't go for a cheap and cheerful SiteGround or something, right? Where are your customers based? Think about that. Website cost, website licenses, Elementor. Maybe it's WooCommerce. Will there be any add-ons? Things like that. Think about that. SEO. Don't make them assume you're going to do the SEO here, right? You are not doing the SEO on that finger. We now switch to this finger, right? SEO. Are they going to pay for that and all of that crap shit? Are they going to do that? Then you got your social media marketing and all of that, right? Then after that, you got your monthly maintenance. What does that include? What is that? Unlimited revisions? Minor revisions? Are you content writing for them at any point as well? There's a separate cost for that, right? Continued SEO. Are you going to review their SEO on a month-by-month basis? On a week-by-week basis? There's a cost for that. Don't just bundle everything into monthly maintenance, because when you're spending 2 to 3 hours per week on that person's website, 12 hours a month, and all you're getting is 40, 50 quid a month, you've devalued yourself and your time. And I tell you what, when work picks up for you and you got more clients, you got meetings. I had 3 calls this morning. I quickly did something, dropped my son off at school, got home, started doing something, had to deal with something else, call whatever, because someone wanted a video call. Fine, okay. Then I recorded 2 videos, then 2 more. I've got now another one after this that I'm going to have to sort out. So things add up, things mount up, right? So don't be afraid to break down. So your monthly maintenance, that's that. You want SEO, weekly, monthly, fine. There's a price for that. You want us to do this as well for you, fine, there's a price for that. Don't just bundle it all in. The minute you bundle it in, they will ask for it and they will demand it. And because you said this is what you get per month, they expect it. And if your client goes, oh, that's too much, I then say, okay, but then what do you want? And you know the analogy I give them? You want Sky TV, you pay for it. You want Disney Plus, you pay for it. You want Netflix, you pay for it. You want Paramount, you pay for it. You want Amazon Prime, you pay for it. You can't afford it, what do you cut out? Or you go to McDonald's, I want burger, fries, drink, Happy Meal, nuggets, and ice cream. But you can't have it all, so you pick and choose. What do you want? So you might say, oh, you know what? The drink is £1. But I could go to next door to supermarket and get my own can of Coke. So the client could do some stuff themselves, but if they want you to do it, they pay for it, okay? Exactly, scope creep as well. So you define what do you get. Never ever say unlimited revisions. Because when you get a revision every day, you can't complain. You said unlimited. So I say you are allowed 3 minor revisions. Image change, a bit of content, maybe wording. You want me to now do more than that, like a whole page or change stuff around, There is a separate cost for that, and the cost will be dependent on the work. So don't say anything bigger is £60. No, because they might come back and go, I now want a new page and it's 20 sections. You said you do it for 60 quid. So go and do it now. No, so don't be careful of what you say, because they will hang you on that. Andrew's question about 20i. 20i are actually got a great reputation in the UK. They've got a good reputation, Andrew. I hear a lot of good things about them. I've never used them, but I hear a lot of good things about them. Right? Andrew says his basic care plan is 1 hour work, WP Core plugin. That is good. That is your basic monthly maintenance. And I would go with that kind of plan. It's 1 hour, right, per month. And you got your core and plugin updates when needed. And that is a good way to work. And if your client goes, is that it? I would then say, okay, you don't need to pay me for this. You don't need to pay me a penny. You can do it yourself. Right? And I will very quickly send you an email.
Is there something else I can help with?
No, you don't. Shut up. So I would say that I would put them quick email. Some clients have said, can you send me a video? And I'm like, well, you now want me to spend time recording a video, editing a video, uploading a video. No, I will just give you bullet points telling you where to click, and that's it. Right? And I let them do it. And you'll have some clients that are happy, and you'll have some that come back and going, I'm struggling with time. And I go, yeah. And sometimes I will say to them, well, how much time are you spending? And they're like, oh, I'm spending like 3-4 hours a month. And that person probably charges 60 quid an hour because they're a lawyer or something. I don't know, probably more. And I'll say to them, right, so if we put everything into, if we understand it all, you spend about 3-4 hours a month. Let's say 3 hours. And you charge £60 a month, £60 per hour. That's £180. And I've said I'll do all of that for you, 1 hour per month for 50 quid per month. And I let them think about it. I let them dwell on it. I go, no pressure. You know where I am. Get back in touch, all right? What you're doing is good. Continue that. Good on you. But you know where I am. And I'm not hustling. I'm not scheming. I'm not messing them around. What I'm showing them is, here's the cost. Here's what you get. You don't have to use us. You can find it cheaper. In fact, I say to them, please feel free to go out and look elsewhere. Go for it. Do it. You will find cheaper. But are they really going to want to work with some stranger? Probably not. And 9 times out of 10, right, they will try it and they will come back to you when they struggle. When they realise, when they have like 3 or 4 updates and they're not sure what to do, or they get nervous about updating, when they find out WordPress version 6 came up and they had to update, when they find out that all of a sudden the website, they go to it and it hasn't been, the cache has not been purged on the site or the server for ages, or they go to the website and they get the HTML, you know the HTML page where you just get the blue text and all the styling is gone. Now, you can be someone who goes, yeah, just regenerate, just purge. Or you can say, we can sort that out for you, but to sort that out, we're going to have to log in and do X, Y, Z. That's why we have our maintenance plan. You're not on our maintenance plan. And this is where I now sound like a bit of a dickhead now, right? And I'm going to say it. If they are not on your maintenance plan, and it's a fantastic client who I loved working with, I will probably say to them, yeah, just go in and do X, Y, Z. If, however, it was a client where we worked well, but it wasn't the smoothest way of working, I will probably say to them, I'm really sorry, but you're not on my maintenance plan. That's the whole reason we told you to go on the maintenance care package. Right? So I can either tell you what to do, or I can log in and sort it out for you. And then I tell you what to do next time. but there's a cost attached to that. And I hate to, you don't want to be the one that does that, but any other industry out there, right? Any other industry out there, if you buy something and they say to you, right, you now have to pay for a maintenance package or warranty or whatever, right? Your car breaks down and there's a problem with your car. If you ring up the garage or your breakdown service, they're not going to tell you on the phone, yeah, all you got to do is X, Y, Z. They're going to want to, they will come down and there's a charge for that. It's either part of your package, or if you don't have a package and you call them, you're going to pay a premium for them to come down. And what do? They come down, pop your hood and go like that. And you're sat there going, is that it? Is that it? And you just paid £90 for them to drive down. You waited an hour or longer. They drove down, popped your hood and went, and you're like, huh? Is that it? Is that all you did? Because you did not pay for the warranty or the plan. And when I have clients that start to get a bit twitchy, I don't push. I'm only saying to you the way I'm saying it because you're all experienced people and we're all in the same field, right? With them, I don't push. I kind of go, look, this is what you get. But if you then come back to me later, there might be a separate cost for me to fix it. But good luck, okay? And that's all you got to do. That is all you got to do. That is all you got to do. And they're the analogies I really think you need to think about when you're trying to explain to your client. Think about the garage. Think about the car breakdown, the warranty. Think about the fact that someone out there goes, I'm not paying you £50 a month just for you to do 1 hour work or whatever. Fine. Let them do it themselves. And when they have problems, when they have a plugin incompatibility issue, when something falls over, when the website goes all HTML and all of that, that's what happens, right? That's what happens. So I kind of go, but don't push. Don't be a pushy salesman. Let them know what you're going to do now and what the costs are and all the things and what you're going to do afterwards. And I make it clear to them. I make it so clear. This is our cost. We don't, you'll be grandfathered into that cost. In 6 months' time, my costs might be different. And you'll pay whatever we are then. But right now, that's what it is. But don't worry, you don't have to do it. You can get cheaper. I make clear to them, you can get cheaper. You can go to Fiverr. You can go other places. You can get this maintenance cheaper. You don't have to use us. You might have a friend or someone you know who works on websites. You don't have to use us. But you know where we are. You take it out now, this is what you get. You take it out later, there might be a different cost. You contact us where there's an emergency, there might be a different cost, a higher cost there. I can't predict. I don't know what problem you're going to have. I don't think you will, but I hope you don't. But no pushy sale, all right? Don't be the person in the shop when you're buying a computer. Ooh, you better get warranty. No, I'm all right. Ooh, you need virus protection. No, I'm all right. Ooh, what if you spill something? Ooh, this keyboard. Ooh. I'll just buy another keyboard, you dick. Right? I'll be like, what? I'll just spend 20 quid on Amazon and get it delivered tomorrow. Ooh. I'll give them a ooh in a minute. They try ooh. Unless you go onto dodgy websites, right? I have never taken out computer warranty ever. My first computer was in 2000 when I bought a really thick laptop. It was like that thick. And that was in 2020. I have never taken out warranty ever on a computer. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just putting across here, okay? And that was a bad example, by the way, computer. By the way, Cosmin, you're not a rookie because you are more experienced than someone who's never works on websites. Right, Cosmin? So we have someone who's never built a website. And even if all you've done right now is load up WordPress. You haven't even done your first post. You haven't done any styling, nothing. You are more of an expert in WordPress than someone who's never used it. So remember that, all right? Good comments here, by the way, everyone. So interpret. Sometimes clients ask for, why should we pay? Okay, so here's the thing, interpret. Okay, your job was to build their website. You've now told them about the maintenance, and if the client says, well, why should we pay? Yeah, why should I pay? You've made clear to them that if they want the maintenance, that's the cost. You're just there to build a website. That's it, right? Say to them, right, I want you to go into BMW and buy a car. You bought the car and then drive out. 1 year later, your car has a problem. Do you think the garage are going to say, yeah, bring your car. We're going to fix it for you for free? Tell them that. No. BMW will say, right, have you got what? Did you take out like garage service, dealership, whatever with us? No, you didn't. You got to pay for it. Right? The garage ain't going to do your MOT for free. They're not going to do your service for free. Right? So you got to kind of throw back an analogy at them and explain to them that, look, you don't want to pay for it, fine. You want an ice cream without the sprinkles. You still get the ice cream, but you don't get the sprinkles, right? Or you want ice cream with raspberry ripple, but you don't want to pay for the ripple. Well, here's the ice cream. Exactly, John. When we first start off and we want to get clients, we give away more than we get. We go, yeah, we'll do this for you. Yeah, we'll do that for you. Any time of the day. Yeah. We do that, don't we? What I wish we'd done with some clients, we don't have those clients now, but very early on, I wish someone had told me what I'm telling you now in that don't undervalue and give away too much. Because you know what? People will take. You know it, I know it. Okay, if right now someone came to your door right now and says, hey, I'm going to give you this for this cost, you're probably going to go, hey, you know what? This is a good deal. I'll take it. The moment you get offered a lot, you will take it if it's a good deal. And if you're growing as a business or a freelancer or an agency or whatever, and you feel like you're struggling with time now, or you will, give away too much and they will come back and they will demand. You say to them, hey, we will get back to any problem you have within an hour. They'll hold you to that. You say 24 hours, they'll hold you to that. So you got to make clear what you are prepared to do and what you're comfortable with doing. Because like Andrew says, give them an inch and they'll take a mile. And we had people that did that. And no matter what you said, they didn't give a shit. If they contacted you Friday night and you were like, I can't look at it until Sunday or Monday, they didn't care. They start to get forceful on you, and you remember the words you said, what you wrote, and you go, we shouldn't have done that. The early mistakes that haunt you. Question here from Artie. Sorry, I missed your question. Have you any tough situations with clients where they didn't think you should charge for something? If so, how did you handle it? Right, okay, so we built a website for someone, right? And we had a cost for the website. And I made clear to them that that cost does not include some of the styling of your website. Because they didn't want to pay as much. They wanted only to pay a certain amount. I go, right, for your cost, we're going to do that. And I made clear, all of this, you're going to do yourself. There's no monthly maintenance. There's no package of care. There's none of that because you don't want to pay that, right? We built the website. Everything was happy. Everyone was happy. Then later on, they wanted some stuff to change on the website. And what they wanted, they couldn't do themselves. So they came back to me. And I said to them, there's a cost for me to do that. And they were like, why? What I now want to do, what I had, is not what I want now. So you have not finished my website. And I was like, no, hold on. Your website for your spec then was finished. You now want me to do extra stuff now. That takes time. And we got into a bit of an argument of it. And I said to them, I'm really sorry, but your website was built for what your spec was then. You've now said you want something different. You got to pay for it. And in the end, we just went our separate ways because they just got a bit like, oh, I'm not paying more. And it's like, I said to them, and here's what I said. You order a car from a garage and you say you want yellow and the car arrives and 2 weeks later you go, oh, I want red. They're not going to spray it red for you for free. Remember that, okay? Remember that. They are not going to spray your car red for free. You wanted a car, but you said yellow. You got the car and now you want red. I'm really sorry, you got to pay for it to be sprayed red. Use analogies, everyone, all right? Because when you start saying to the client, yeah, but there's this plugin and there's this, and then we've got to hook this and do this setting, you lose them, right? You could say to them, look, you explain very quickly and briefly, look, because of all this stuff, we're going to have to charge for it. The minute they go, what? Why? Then you move into the analogy market. And cars and garages are the greatest analogies to use. Okay? But yes, some clients do have a level of entitlement. I paid for a website. Now they change their mind after it's built and delivered and handed over. And they want to change. And now they're going, oh, but we paid for the website to satisfy an aim. Yes, and we satisfied your aim then. And you paid the final deposit. And we handed over and you were happy. If you weren't happy, why did you pay your bloody final 50%? Remember, okay, there are things you can say to them in a nice way. Don't say it like how I'm saying it. You'd be like, yeah, but if you weren't happy, why did you pay the final invoice? Because we signed off. We've moved on to other projects now. We've got other clients and customers. Right? Remember as well, you know when you get your final review from them, get it on the day you pay. You know when you send them the invoice, make sure you send them the link for that review. Get it then. Get it. Get it then. Don't ask for it a week later or 2 weeks later. Because then they might be like, oh, we're not happy now. But that's because what you want now is different to what we agreed and delivered. Hey, Bassett, I'm okay. How are you? Yeah, I just want to quickly touch on what Andrew says. I do say that as well. So I don't mind having the conversation over the phone or briefly text, but then I do say to them, look, it's better that we do things in email because I do like to clear out my WhatsApp and messages. Artie, commonplace because often renders doesn't. Yeah, I mean, what I would say though, Artie, is that when we get to the final thing and the website is happy, I don't just, rather than relying on what the design was, because yes, you're right, renders and things change when you're being agile and you're building. I make sure they're happy with the final website, how it looks, how it works, how it feels, all of that, the functionality. And when I know they're happy with that, then I go, right, final invoice, right? So they can't turn around and go, oh, it was not, the design is different to what we agreed 2 weeks ago. I go, no, it's evolved, but right now, are they happy? And if they go, yeah, we're happy, you kind of go, scratch that one off. We are now done. We have delivered. All right, we're coming up to 1 hour 30. I am going to shut down because I've got some images I've got to deliver to someone. And I'll be focusing on the images a lot, so I won't be talking a lot. And I want to let you guys all crack on with your own stuff as well. I always feel like I don't want to eat into your time. I know some of you are working in the background and stuff like that. Please do make sure you click like. If you haven't clicked like, please click like. I do forget to say this quite a lot during the chats because I get carried away. But please do click like. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to YouTube as well. It means there's a chance for other people to find our channel as well. I know loads of you going, oh, we don't want any more people joining. No, I know you do. But it helps us get found, so please do click like. I think the conversations today have been quite interesting, especially when we're talking about the monthly maintenance plan and SEO and what you include and difficult clients. Atif. You got me on that one, right? Atif has got me on this one. Look. Atif has got me on that one for sure. Take care, everyone, all right? I'm actually feeling a bit hungry as well, but I might jump. Now I've got to do some weights, then jump on the bike, sort out the images. Finalize what I'm going to do about my future video about Code Snippets Pro. Ooh. And stuff like that. Okay, everyone, look, take care. Catch you all soon. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure you click like. Stay safe. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.